we're days away from 42 million Americans losing access to food assistance. And I didn't just misread that. 42 million Americans are going to lose access to food assistance. As the federal shutdown drags on, the government's largest anti-hunger program, SNAP, is on track to run out of money by November 1st and it's October 28th. That means missed meals, overrun food banks, and real suffering just in time for the holidays. If the government remains shut down, SNAP benefits, formerly known as food stamps, stop. That's $8 billion in food assistance gone, leaving nearly 1 in 8 Americans with no help putting food on the table. States are scrambling. This is a chart. SNAP enrollment as percent of county population. The red is bad, really bad. 50% and up of people who are on SNAP assistance. As you can see, the Southeast and honestly the Northwest, which is surprising to see, takes up a lot of that. California is deploying the National Guard. Minnesota is dipping into reserves, and Virginia is spending $37 million a week just to keep families fed. But governors on both sides admit that they can't cover the full gap. The USDA says it legally can't keep the benefits flowing, and Democrats say that that's nonsense, and they filed lawsuits. But in the meantime, of course, families are left in limbo. Senator Chuck Schumer says that Democrats won't agree to reopen the government until Republicans negotiate protections for health care premiums. He's betting that this public pressure from people seeing their bills will force the GOP back to the negotiation table. Congressman Jim Jordan's old tweet from 2021 is also making rounds, where he wrote, Democrats control the House, Senate, and White House, but if there's a government shutdown, they'll still blame Republicans. What a joke. And that is exactly what Republicans are doing now that they control the House, Senate, and the White House. So who owns the narrative, you think, if people go hungry? The party blocking a clean spending bill or the one defending Social Security nets? In the bigger picture, does this threaten the Democrat brand heading into the midterms if people are hungry and no one's willing to negotiate anything for people who are literally out here starving?
Don't all jump in at once, huh?
I don't know what to say.
It's a good question, right? It's hard to say because it's like people associate. Sorry, I'm just gonna say people associate affordability with the Democrats, right? Like that's kind of, social safety nets and all that stuff is supposed to be a Democratic platform, right? And it seems like this is something that the Democrats could sign off on, but you're giving up a lot with the ACA, the Affordable Care Act. So you're damned either way for the Democrats, and your only leverage is to kind of hold out here, right?
I feel like that's the reason why I paused, because I didn't want to say it, because I feel like I'm not doing a good job with representing Democrats tonight. But to be honest with you, at the end of the day, the Democrats are going to lose in this situation.
You think so?
Yeah, because eventually they're going to have to be the ones to fold.
It's sad, man. The people that are voting on all this stuff ain't missing no meals and ain't worrying about where their next meal is coming from. You know what I'm saying?
I realistically, I'm with Dex. I just don't think the Republicans are going to meet them halfway in any way, shape, or form.
Nope.
Like the Democrats are going to have to sign whatever they have to sign in order to get the government back open, because the Republicans are not going to move. They're also very good at messaging and saying that this is the Democrats' fault. And Trump's base believes that, right? It's not like they're like, well, logic says that you guys are running all three branches of government. You should, but they're not going to.
They don't care what the public thinks. Like
they do not care, but it's weird because the public doesn't even care what the public thinks. The fact that people are on social media arguing about this, like it is actually insane to me, because I guess the idea behind it, people look at it like, well, who's on these benefits and who's using this, and it's just like people, everybody knows somebody that's on these that are using government assistance. Everybody knows somebody,
right? Yeah.
And like you can't tell me that like you think it's fine and it's okay for children and elderly and disabled people to go without food. Like it's unacceptable.
And I don't know why we're all sitting here acting cute, like it won't affect you. Like if you do have the money for groceries, congratulations to you, right? Great job, pat yourself on the back.
For now, yeah.
But people like. These grocery stores take in a lot of their income through these benefits. And so what do you think happens if people no longer have that money to spend in the grocery store. Good luck continuing to be able to afford groceries. Like, I hate when we act like we're not a connected society. You have the money. You're middle class. You're 3 paychecks away, maybe, from being just as poor as these other people. And then maybe you're 2 paychecks away, and maybe you're even 1 paycheck away.
Probably
like to sit around and pretend like you're like we're holding. Oh, well, you get out there and work. Then like, come, we're being ridiculous. Like, this is going to affect everybody.
I think what's scary to me. What's scary to me is that I don't think people are pretending, though. I think people genuinely believe this, and I think there's like the messaging around welfare, which has been around for decades at this point. It is seeped so deep into our pores at this point that we really believe the stuff that we're regurgitating, and it's like you said, like people, and not just 1 or 2 paychecks away, but it's like not even just you, but like your family members, your friends. Like, you're going to cripple society by allowing these people to go hungry. And also, if you really want to go there, people are not going to allow themselves to go hungry. Yeah. So like, they're going to figure out ways to find ways to get themselves food. There is a young man who once said, "If my kids are hungry, I'll snatch the dishes out of your kitchen." Yeah. Take their life for what you take it for. And like, I do feel like that will happen in this society, especially in Philadelphia.
But this is the big plan that I think that what does Trump want to do? He wants to bring in the National Guard to all of these cities. They're going to cause civil unrest, man. When people go hungry, they're going to start breaking into stores, robbing people. Crime is going to go through the roof, and then that's how they're going to get the National Guard into all of these cities, man.
And then what else happens after that? The Democrats are like, okay, fine, take away healthcare. Yeah, we got to get these people fed. Yeah. I don't see the Democrats winning.
That's what's going to happen. And then you'll stick on the other side, but that won't affect people in the same way. That's more individualized suffering, right? Because you don't have healthcare, you get treated, you get a massive bill, and then now you can't really participate in the economy because you're saddled with debt. So that's a big fat now.
But another one of the biggest lies that's ever been told is that they don't realize there are more Caucasian people on welfare or SNAP than Black people. They always associate welfare, food stamps, and other things with Black people of color.
But I think they do, but I don't know why that's such a battle we feel like we need to fight, though. Like, if every Black person in the country was on welfare, then so what? Like, people
it's not a battle. It's just a lot that they always perpetuate, man.
Like, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Well, it's going to be a lot more because Amazon today, I think yesterday, fired 30,000 corporate jobs. And these totals from these tech companies, the amount of people that they are letting go because, of course, artificial intelligence and automations and stuff like that. The numbers are astronomical. And so not only, Dex, were you complaining about, not being able to find a new job and all this other stuff, just jokingly, but the fact that you have 30,000 people entering the workforce at the exact same time, not being able to find a job, is, like you said, it's going to cause civil unrest, because what you're supposed to do.
But when I said that, I was talking about a friend of mine, not myself.
I said jokingly.
Oh, okay. Just in case anybody.
And if people can't afford food, the holiday season is approaching. That's going to affect the holiday season like crazy.
Yeah, right on time, right? It's ridiculous.
Yep.
All right. Once again, Dex is not looking for a new job. He might be looking for a new podcast soon, though.